Good evening. This is Planning Commission meeting, November 8th, for the City of Lockport. Would everyone please rise for pledge of the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you much. Do we have a roll call, please?
Yes. Commissioner Wheeler. Here. Garland. Absent. Maloney.
Here.
Oxley.
Yes.
Peters.
Yes.
Likens.
Yes.
Deskin. Absent. And we have a quorum.
Thank you, Sonny. Do we have an approval of the minutes for September 13th as presented?
So moved.
Moved by Likens,
Second.
second by Peters. Any questions, comments, changes? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Okay.
Approval of the minutes for the October 11th Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. We have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Moved by Likens,
Second.
second by Wheeler. Any questions, comments, changes? Hearing none, roll, or motion approved. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you much. Okay, tonight, first thing we have is a public hearing to rezone single-family R1 to C2 commercial, to expand the parking lot of the animal hospital. So do we have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Motion by Likens,
Second.
second by Peters. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. Lance, you're it.
Thank you, Chairman. The applicant, Joseph Caffarini, is acquiring additional land to accommodate parking needs for his successful veterinary business. The additional land will need to match the existing zoning and require approval of 1, rezoning of the newly acquired land from R1 single family to C2 community commercial, and 2, an amendment to a special use permit for a planned development. Also included with the zoning is a request for final development plan review for the construction of the parking lot expansion. Property is located at 1139 East 9th Street, as shown on your screen, and is impressed with the special use permit for a planned development. Public hearing is required for the special use permit. All the notifications have been completed. In 2019, Lockport Animal Hospital redeveloped their property with a new, larger building and parking lot and demolished the smaller building in which they had previously operated. In order to accommodate their expanding parking needs, the applicant desires to acquire approximately 3,500 square feet of land from his neighbor to the south and consolidate it with his existing property. The site plan illustrates that there are 10 additional parking spaces that would be constructed. It's an extension of the existing parking lot. 2 retaining walls are proposed to address the considerable slope that exists on the south rear yard and west side yard of the site. The existing 6-foot-high solid fence will be relocated to the new property boundary. At the most narrow point of the transition yard, which is measured from the southeast edge of the parking lot to the south property boundary abutting the residentially zoned property, there is approximately 8.6 feet of distance. Bulk requirements call for a minimum of 15-foot transition yard between the commercial development and the residential districts. A modification currently exists under the SUP for a reduction in transition yard to 12.9 feet. This would be reduced further to accommodate the new development. Staff believes that the slope and retaining wall would provide adequate barrier between the parking lot and the vacant residential zone land and supports the reduction of the required transition yard. Should the Planning and Zoning Commission find the requested actions for the proposed parking lot expansion acceptable, the following motion is suggested. A motion to approve the rezoning of the expansion area from R1 single family to C2 community commercial, an amendment to the special use permit for a planned commercial development, and final development plan for a parking lot expansion subject to the following. All attached comments from the engineering review memo. Just as a note, the memo that was on the dais when you came to your seats is a third review memo that has cleared up all of the issues that remain on the property. So we have no issues outstanding for engineering. With that, I will turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Lance. Is there anyone here from the public wishes to speak? Hearing none. Commissioners, what's your pleasure? Comments?
Lance, you mentioned final engineering review number 3. This was self-storage on lot 6.
Oh, sorry. Different project. That's the next one.
Okay.
My apologies. What's on your dais is actually for the next project, my fault. This one just has a couple remaining comments, Bob, if you want to share if there are any items outstanding.
There's a handful of small things that they need to clean up. The biggest thing is something that often does wait until prior to construction, and that's the structural design of the retaining wall. You'll notice on their plan, there's 2 different walls. So we expect they're gonna have some kind of geogrid reinforcement, so they'll have a structural engineer design that wall, and that'll happen prior to the start of construction.
All right, thank you, Bob. Any other comments, commissioners?
Looks good to me.
Okay. Hearing none, I have a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Motion by Wheeler,
Second.
second by Likens. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, what's your pleasure here?
Happy to make a motion to approve the rezoning of the expansion area from R1 Single Family Residential to C2 Community Commercial, an amendment to the special use permit for planned commercial development, and final development plan for parking lot expansion subject to the attached comments from staff and from engineering review memo number 2 dated 10/17/22, and that those comments are addressed prior to construction.
Thank you, Scott. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Peters. Any questions, comments? I'm glad to see this. It's very nice. It's very good to see something that's just keeps moving. That's a great thing. Roll call vote, please.
Wheeler? Yes. Maloney?
Yes.
Oxley?
Yes.
Peters?
Yes.
Likens?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. This will go before city council when, in December?
This will actually go before city council next week, so November 16th. The reason why we are flipping these over immediately is because we do not have a second city council meeting in December.
Right.
So in order to get our applicants approved so that they can move forward with bidding and other things, we wanted to try and advance that as quickly as possible.
Good, thank you. November 16th, 7 PM in this room. Thank you. Okay, next case is final development plan review for self-storage facility in Lot 6 at Lockport Square. Motion open the public hearing?
This is not a public hearing.
No public hearing,
Oh,
just new business.
sorry.
No problem.
Okay. Lance?
The applicant, Gus DeLay, on behalf of Jacob Development LLC, is seeking approval of final development plans for a self-storage center on Lot 6 of Lockport Square at Farrell Road. Subject property is a part of that planned development. So you see the site plan on your screen. The final site plan is consistent with the approved preliminary plan. Proposed self-storage facility consists of a 4-story building having a total of 117,600 square feet. Just the site plan is on your screen. It's really extremely consistent with the preliminary plan that you approved previously. The one item that I do want to bring to your attention is that per the comments from both Plan Commission and the City Council, the applicant has worked on the yellow band that was not preferred on the elevation. We have toned that down pretty significantly to make it more consistent with Lockport limestone type themed colors. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Should the commission find the development plan for a self-storage facility acceptable, the following motion is suggested. Motion to recommend approval of the final development plans for a self-storage facility on Lot 6 of Lockport Square at Farrell Road, subject to the following condition, which this one is the one that the engineering memo on the dais is related to. We have resolved all of the issues with the exception of a photometric plan that the applicant is working on and will be delivered before the committee of the whole meeting. With that, I will turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Lance. The engineer's review shows that I think everything but one was addressed. Is that correct, Bob?
Yes, it's just the photometric plan that they're
Right.
working on.
Okay, good. Glad that's all cleaned up early. What's your pleasure here? Comments, questions?
Will this building have a sprinkler system?
Yes.
Well, okay.
I think it looks really nice for a storage facility.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Fits right in with everything right there, just blends right in.
Perfect spot back there, too. Accessible, but still, you know,
Out of sight,
not
out of
front
sight,
center.
out of mind, yeah,
Perfect.
exactly. Okay, what's your pleasure? Your head's shaking.
I make a motion to recommend approval for the final development plans for a self-storage facility on Lot 6 of Lockport Square at Farrell Road, subject to the following conditions. All remaining items from engineering review number 3 memo dated November 8th, 2022 are to be are addressed.
Second.
A motion by Wheeler, second by Maloney. Any questions, comments, discussion? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Wheeler.
Yes.
Maloney.
Yes.
Oxley.
Yes,
Peters.
Yes.
Likens.
Yes.
Motion passes.
motion passes. Lance, this will go before council next week also?
Yes.
7 PM, next,
Me the whole.
meeting. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Okay, any old business, any questions, comments? Citizens be heard? Heard none. Chairman's report? Got nothing. We're going, rolling good. Commissioners report? Staff report? Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Likens, second by Peters. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you so much. This is gonna be